Good Monday morning, Foggers. I hope everybody had a great weekend. I know I did. I'm a bit exhausted. I was at a firefighter and policeman's retreat where men get to understand that what they're feeling and what they're trying to navigate, that they're not alone, they're not weird. This is a common thing in the world of trauma, addictions, and just dealing with our stuff, and listen, when somebody makes the journey to healing, as they're approaching that healing process, it's beautiful. It's like a butterfly and the whole cocoon process. And I love that. I love to see the vulnerability, right? There is strength in vulnerability. Don't think for 1 minute, and as men, we have this problem that being vulnerable means you're weak. Just the opposite. Your vulnerability makes you stronger, and there's a beauty in that. But make no mistake, the initial process of healing is ugly, okay? It's ugly, it's dirty, it's stinky, and it's full of shit because it requires us to go back into that hole to repair where that leak and that crack is at, right? So it's painful, and that's what the issue is when you discover that you need to get help and you finally realize, hey, I don't want to feel like this anymore, right? Because like we've talked about, when you start to drink, you're like, wow, this feels good, I'm buzzing, it's great. And that's all a lie, because at the end of that, on the other side, we feel like shit, especially when you're suffering from the addiction. I'm not talking about recreational drinking, I'm talking about drinking when you haven't addressed loose ends in your life. And I've always told you guys that. So it's dirty, it's nasty, it's ugly, and I completely understand why we don't want to go there, but we have to go back in there. It's like these water and sewer guys, they have to dive into that sewer full of shit in order to do work. And that's why they're paid so much, and they're use special equipment, and they're given all these immunization shots because it's a very high risk thing. And healing from addictions and trauma is no different. Okay, it sucks, but you have to do it. The end of the process is a beautiful thing when you see people start to flourish like a flower and a butterfly. But make no mistake that the very beginning of that, number one, you have to admit that there's an issue and a problem and that you want help. That's a huge step. But the immediate steps right after that are ugly, dirty, and shitty. And it's understood. It takes compassion. It takes having been there. It takes courage. And, that's what I wanted to relay to you guys. I went through this weekend retreat with these men. This is my 13th year doing it. I went through this, and it definitely is, it sets you down that road. We kind of point them down and go, look, that's where you got to walk, but you have to walk that path. So those are the words of encouragement that I wanted to give you today on Monday. There's somebody, and there's probably many of us that are out there that are going through this. And I got a lot of love regarding our podcast here, because a lot of people have tuned in. And even though they never told me in person, they told me, listen, that has been impactful, and I'm grateful. It's never about me. God gets the glory for everything. And it's this is for you, for me, and for us. This is not about me. You guys by now are getting to see who I am. It's not about ego. I am nothing. This is done for you guys, so I don't have to go to another fucking viewing and see another dead guy. Okay? So this is what we're doing. And that's a little bit of righteous anger you just saw from me, because it's upsetting to see so many people hurting, and the people that are supposed to care don't care. All right. So for the families and the people that are suffering out there, 3 a.m. is for you. It was created for you and by you. And we're going to be here, and we're going to be vocal about issues. So make no mistake, you have to go into the belly of the beast and back into that sewer of shit to fix your stuff. Okay, but I promise you, on the flip side, there is beauty and there is healing. So this Monday, let's get to work. Buckle up, get all your stuff ready, hydrate, it's hot out here. Meal prep, eat healthy things, make help your brain function better and your body feel better about you. You matter and you're loved. All right. Thank you so much. And if God allows me, I'll be here tomorrow. Happy Monday, 3 a.m. Fog.